Today I want to show you the two biggest dangers for fry and juvenile fish in the breeding tank. This is poor water quality and thermal shock. So temperature stability is critical, is a really sensitive matter. I personally like to avoid fluctuations greater than 1 degree Celsius. Fry are extremely sensitive to sudden changes. As you can see, the water here is slightly cloudy and there is a visible foam accumulating. You can see 242 ppms on the TDS meter. These organic that are on the water, they are not conductive, so they will not appear on the TDS meter, and on the stripes they will not appear as well. The water is slightly cloudy. This is representing of bloom of bacteria. They are consuming this waste, and you can see there is no ammonia, no nitrites. Just show you here the strip. You can take a look. Very low pH I have here. It's great for this fish. It's about 6. This is corridors from Amazonia, so it is perfect for them. The foam is organic matter in the water. Is organic matter before it is being transformed to ammonia. So in freshwater aquariums you cannot effectively use protein skimmers to deal with this situation, so we have to make water changes. And the way I do it, I get a recipient from the kitchen, take 2 scoops. If you want a bigger water change, get a bigger recipient, just that. So to prevent the water shock, we have to heat up the water. So let's use thermodynamics to help us out. So there is a small body of water here on our little recipient, isolated from the water from the tank, and is going to heat up. So we going to heat it up until about the 2-3 degrees difference, and that should be safe. So the water that I'm using here comes directly from the pipes of my house. I use a filter, just like a home filter with charcoal, activated charcoal, and a very fine mesh to prevent any rust from the pipes or some little debris coming in. So now I'm going to put the thermometer inside the recipient. Let's see how low the water goes. And trust me, in any species of fish, any fry, here you can see fries that are juveniles, but I have mixed up here in this aquarium some smaller fries. So that is one of the reasons that I'm so careful in terms of the water shock situation. You can see here my water source gives me about 79 ppms here. Normally is between 80 and 100, so it is not it's not bad water. It is in fact very good water, quite soft. And the ppms from the breeding tank is 240, but again, this is not not going to show up here on any kind of test. The best thing you can do is you have it in your face. It is your nose and it is your eyes. If you see foam, you know that you have a lot of waste on the water. And of course you have waste on the water because you have to feed the fish so many times with pounder food. Okay, here you can see that we arrived to 70 degrees Celsius, and we have to let this water heat up. So we're going to give them about 20 minutes. So we're going to speed up the velocity. The fish are not scared. It is the speed of the video, and as you can see, the temperature of the aquarium is not affected by the presence of the recipients. and the recipient will slowly heat up, and in 15 to 20 minutes we're going to reach the temperature that is safe to put the fry with a minimal shock possible. So we started at 70 degrees. We are already going to about, let's see, yes, it's almost 90 degrees. So it's going to slowly warm up. So do not forget, a water shock is really the worst you can do in any fish, in any breeding tank of any fish species. And of course these end up to be overpopulated with snails. You might not believe it, or probably you will. I only started with 2 snails, 2 ramhorn snails, but they, in 2 months they reproduced to about, I don't know, about 30, I think, yes. And many corridors as well, and several species, and they are mixed up in the ages. So I have about like in maximum 10 days of difference, but it is a lot already. But anyway, we have this waste on the water, but the biological filtration is strong enough, so we do not have any ammonia, and that is the most important thing of all. So here let's go for the second delivery of water directly from my water source. So I do not have to use the chlorinators. I think that I do not really like it, because we have this very cheap technology. It is activated charcoal, so that there is really no use, no reason not to use them instead of these chemicals. We are trying to put the chemicals away from the aquarium and the waste, not the other way around. So get a filter like this. It is very cheap, and I have a video showing mine here in one of the first videos on my little channel. So this is a small water change. The recipient is quite small, so we're going to make like a 15% water change. So the TDS just dropped 10 points. It is more or less irrelevant, because you're only measuring salts and stuff like that. Do not directly measuring waste or necessarily. But the most important part here is this very simple and very lazy technique to give zero impact in the temperature departure. So the temperature is super important to not choke. We started with 25.4 degrees, and we do not want to go above 25. That is the main point. Okay, if you need to be making a bigger water change, get a bigger recipient, and that's it. So 25.2 degrees. Let's now join our new clean water, and as you can see, save the little snail. I save all my snails. I do not smash them. I really like my snails, but I have a snail problem here. I will try to make a video how to solve it without killing them. But as you can see, the impact in the water temperature is negligible, and we in fact go to 24.9, but just momentarily, and it is not a 1 degree difference, so there is no problem at all, and there is no way around it. This is going to happen in all breeding tanks, due to the fact that you have to use powder food. This powder food is the main culprit here. So this is the main culprits here on our waste problem, because the particles are so fine, so little, that some not even going to fall on the bottom, where the corridors get access to. So it's going to circulate on the water and eventually get dissolved on the water. So it is what it is. We have to use it, because in this tank I have a smaller fry that still need this kind of alimentation. This pounder, I use this Sarah Micron. It is quite good. I really like this line from Sarah. But as soon as you can make your fish eat micro pellets, that will be a great improve in your uh, technique in breeding any kind of fish, because the water will not get so much waste. You can see the suspended particles that will go around. It is a decent idea to stop the water flow for a little bit, so they can easily sink, but eventually they're going to sink and get stuck on the moss and stuff, and there is nothing going to be wasted. Anything that falls on the bottom we're going to get quickly eaten by the little cories. These fish, when they are juvenile, they have like a very strong appetite. As you can see, they already kick into feeding frenzy gear here, and the other parts, if there is any, will be quickly eaten by all these snails. Very important part in our fishing breeding tanks. So these juvenile fish, they already eat micro pellets. That is a extremely better solution, and in the level of the nutrition, forget about artemia or bloodworms or anything like that. This is like a treat. Okay, at this stage it is much more complete. The Sarah Micron or first bites from Ikari, it is much more complete, much more important for our fish. Have a lot of more minerals and vitamins and many other important things, specific types of fats that are very important for our fish. And you can see, yeah, there is much less foam forming now on the glass. And the most important part of this very simple and very easy technique, it is the minimal impact in temperature fluctuation to keep our fries safe. I hope this video can be useful and give you some new ideas to make your own tank and technique and improve your technique, so you can have, like me, 100% survival rate.